When he's on the court, they play like Phoenix. And when he's off the court, they play 3 games worse than the Rockets. Come on, bro. It's time to get to awards.
All right, baby. Let's go. Let's make people angry.
Let's start with the biggest.
Or happy.
Let's start with the biggest. I'm going to make this easy on you. Okay? Because I'm going to take you off the hook. All right.
Taking me off the hook? Wow.
Yeah, just on an opinion. All right?
Okay. How come? I'm not sure what we're doing here. Awards?
No. I'm going to make a proclamation.
Okay.
All right? And that way you're not the one making the proclamation on this because I know you have not made your MVP vote yet, right?
Well, I have not pressed go on the ballot as of us recording this right now, which I probably will by the time it's posted.
Okay. So you and I
it's
spoke.
Not official yet. Yes.
You and I spoke before the show. You said it's due tonight, but you have not pressed send.
Not pressed send yet.
Yeah. No. Or you have not put the stamp on the letter that you have sent. Okay. Yep. So I've read a bunch about this over the course of the last couple of days. Just trying to put myself in the position of if I had a vote, what would I do? And I think Jokic is going to run away with this.
Run away?
Yeah.
You think run away?
I think he's going to run away with it. I think 2 and 3 is going to be split with Giannis and Embiid. But I think that what he did over the course of the last 4 to 6 weeks, if it's a 3-man race, we've talked about it being a 3-man race. And if that is the case, what he did over the course, recency bias is a thing. And what he did over the course of the last 4 to 6 weeks is just absolutely, it's freaky. Some of the numbers that he has put up over the course of, we know the counting numbers, the 2,000 points, the 1,000 rebounds, 500 assists, the player efficiency rating as the league's all-time record. March and April, 31.6 points, 13.7 rebounds, 7.5 assists, and 62% shooting. Okay? But there were 2 notes in Michael Pina's article that he wrote about his ballot where I was like, I reread them. And I'm like, okay, that's freaky. Because I've seen all the freaky stats. Said, this is what he wrote. The Nuggets won 48 games. When Nikola Jokic was on the floor for the Nuggets, they played like a 62-win team. When he wasn't, they were a 17-win team. A 45-game difference. The second most, so that would have been a 45-game difference. They play like a 62-win team when he's on the court and a 17-win team in the moments that he's off the court. And in case you were wondering, Embiid is a 28-game difference. Giannis would be a 24-game difference. And that's in expected wins per cleaning the glass. And so that's one of those things where it's like my eyes tell me something, which is this guy's team sucks except for him. And then the stats bear it out. I mean, 62-win team. That's like the friggin' Suns, Kevin. That's what a 62-win team is. All right. And that's how they play when he's on the court. But they are absolutely awful. A 17-win team when he's off the court. Did Orlando have 17 wins? Did they make it to 17? Because I got to find out. Who's a 17-win team this year? I got 24. Looks like the worst in the West. No, there was no 17-win team.
No,
Orlando was the worst with 22.
Houston had 20. 20.
Okay, forgive me. Houston. Okay, so when he's on the court, they play like Phoenix. And when he's off the court, they play 3 games worse than the Rockets. Come on, bro. And then when you got all the counting stats too, to go along with it, I got a tough time. I'd have a tough time not giving him the vote. I would. That's just some of these.
Who would be second on your ballot then? Would
Embiid.
it be Giannis or Embiid for all the reasons we've talked about throughout the season? Then
Correct.
Giannis third. Why not Giannis as the winner?
So I do think that there is penalty that comes along with Giannis that is not his fault.
The roster John Horst built around him?
No. The penalty of winning everything.
So you're talking predictions now. Not
No. I'm talking about winning MVPs already. If this season was a standalone season.
I'm speaking strictly your opinion though. Like your opinion. Like for me, I'm not factoring in what happened before. It doesn't matter to me what happened before the season. It's not even relevant even a little bit. It doesn't matter. It's about this season.
Okay.
It's tough.
Okay, here's what I'd say. No. I'm going to give you, because I probably should have thought about this even more, but you're asking me a good question. The reason I would go over Giannis and the reason I would go over Embiid is because I feel like all three of those guys are deserving of the award.
Yes, 100%.
And let me just say this. Yep. They're all three amazing. I don't feel like I've got to tear down anybody else to build up another guy in the case 100%. Of these three. So you ask me why not Giannis? I would say when it's this close, and I think that all of these guys are deserving, and the wins are the wins, right? Like I'm not going to penalize Jokic because his 48 wins in the Western Conference gets him a lower seed than it would have gotten in the other conference, right? Like, so that's not fair. Okay, so the wins are the wins. So the winning thing, that's not one that tips the scales, okay? Because, I mean, Giannis is third, and Embiid is fourth, and Jokic is sixth in a conference that took more wins, okay? So now I got to throw away wins. So now I'm going to stats and history. And that's where I would say it tips the scales. That I am persuaded by the fact that this is an all-time amazing season that he has had. And I also think what he did, you are penalized for having better players on your team. There's just no way around it. I think if they would not have made the Harden trade, that Embiid would win the award. I do.
I think you might be right.
I think it cost him the award.
Yeah, I think it probably did too. And the people I talk to, even like non-voters around the NBA, people who previously were like, "Oh, Embiid," are like, I don't know anymore.
It cost him the award. It did.
Right or wrong, that is a factor in a lot of people's eyes.
And so I would just say on the Jokic front, the stats, both advanced and counting stats, and the fact that he drug that rat team to 48 wins, to me, takes that over the top. That's what persuades me to vote for him more than the other two, I think.
And it's probably everything you just said about Jokic probably also plays into why you would put Embiid ahead of Giannis, considering not having Ben Simmons.
Right.
Considering all that they dealt with early in the year, and yet he continued to push them and keep them winning, keep them as a dominant defense, keep them as an offense and get buckets in tight fourth quarter situations. So, I mean, look, I think it's disappointing that there are going to be so many angry, sad fans that their guy was second or third in this year's MVP ballot, and I wish for those people that they could approach this from a situation of like, oh yeah, you didn't choose my guy? Well, I look forward to us proving you wrong in the postseason. It's a chip on your shoulder type of thing, more so than like getting angry, because it's like we are so lucky as NBA fans to have players performing at this level, to have Jokic, Embiid, Giannis, never mind like all of the others, the Lukas, the Bookers, the Tatums, the Jaws. There's so many great players to choose from for 5 spots. It's a good problem to have that you have somebody who's not going to win MVP. I don't know. That's the way I used to approach it as a fan growing up. When people then give the Celtics credit or the Patriots or Red Sox, it was like, oh yeah, oh, you think Rondo can't be the point guard of the 07-08 Celtics? Well, F you. You're going to see what you just didn't watch us. 06, 07 season. You just didn't watch Rondo as a rookie. That's the way I used to feel as a fan. So I wish people could feel that way when their favorite player doesn't
Well, and here's the thing,
get the
Kev.
nod.
Look, if you sent in your ballot tonight and you voted for Embiid, I would have absolutely no issue.
Me neither.
That's where I'm standing on this. It's not one of those things where I ain't fighting over this. I'm saying what I would do if I had the vote. What I would do if I had the vote. But if somebody else said, you know what, that's not what persuades me. This is Embiid's year. Embiid played, he stayed healthy much more than he has in the past, and he was absolutely dominant, and he's better defensively, and he's what again, you can make any kind of case.
No kidding.
I'm fine with it. Like, and I promise you this, if they said the MVP of the NBA is Joel Embiid, I'd be thrilled for him.
It'd
be great.
Absolutely.
Another guy that gets it. Like, so I wouldn't, and same with Giannis. I think they're three. This is what's good. They're big guys, but I think honestly, three of the, more likable guys. Jokic, simply because it's only basketball with him. Nobody knows nothing about it. They know about the
he likes horses.
Yeah, he likes horses, but he doesn't have social media. You've never seen a sit down, long interview. You don't know you don't really know. I don't know if he's married. I don't know if he's got a girlfriend. I don't know.
He is
nothing.
married. I believe he's married.
Is?
Yeah,
I don't
think
know.
So,
Does he have kids? I
don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I just don't know anything. I feel like I know all kinds of stuff about Embiid, and I certainly know everything about Giannis. But so his is kind of weird. I kind of like the mystery of it with Jokic. And he's just a amazingly entertaining basketball player to watch, right?
Yeah.
And the other two are two of the most likable players we have in Giannis and Embiid. Both good-hearted, great stories, started playing basketball later in life and moved from other places.
It's remarkable.
Great personalities, yeah.
It's remarkable. We are, as basketball fans, so fortunate to have stars like this to root for. And this is going to be the first postseason in 17 years without LeBron James in it since 2005. And I think for a long time, people around the NBA used to worry about this day coming. What are we going to do? What are TV ratings going to be like? What's the product? What's the quality of the game going to be like without LeBron? Well, we're here today, and we have these unbelievable stars. Like the MVP guys you just mentioned, never mind the stars of the past, the KD, the Stephs, stars of the future, Luka, Trey, Ja, Booker. There's just so much great talent right now. And the people I talk to around the league right now, it's not even a topic of conversation, but it used to be. It used to be, but it's not anymore.
So, do you know who you're going to vote for?
It's probably going to be Jokic.
Okay.